That don't smell like dirty clothes.
What do you mean? I'm about to show you. This been sitting in there for months and months and months and months and months.
You got to open that up all the way. What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Dirty things?
No. Open, pull it out. What the f? Get the f in!
Put your hands up!
Listen, I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. I'm trying. No, I need you to focus. Listen, calm down.
We need to verify. We don't know what this is.
What is?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
She was doing all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Like, she was taking stuff. Like, she was getting the boy in
And
trouble.
you-
Like, she was just doing all
And you
kinds
disciplined her.
of Yes.
Okay. How many times do you think you might hit her?
I don't know. But I know she fell
Fell on what?
on the floor.
And what did you do after that?
I tried. I just tried to bump her chest. Like, I was bumping on her chest really, really hard. Like, I thought maybe she was like, I don't know. Like, I was just trying to.
What did you do next?
I laid in the bed with her.
You laid her in the bed and laid next to her? Where was the boy at this time?
Asleep in the other bed.
Okay. Help me explain the other child. What happened? So he was still with you when the girl's now in the suitcase, in the car. So what led to the next incident with the other child?
I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know, because it was like 1 minute we was playing, and then 1 minute it was just like, it was like we were playing, like we was playing. I think something hit him in the leg.
Yeah, but that wouldn't cause him to die.
Hmm.
Well, why would he die though?
I thought it was like a main artery or something.
Okay, well explain that to me. Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, but then I know I saw him bleeding
Mm-hmm.
in his leg.
Where at on his leg?
I don't mean to. Like right here somewhere.
Right, inside of his left thigh?
Yeah, but I did like.
Was the blood dripping? Was it?
Only way that I noticed it. And honestly, I didn't even notice it until I started trying to stink. And then when I started looking at his clothes, they was bloody.
Caused the boy's injury with the blood in his thigh?
I can't remember what exactly he was playing with. And I think I yelled it. I think I swung on him for playing with it. But I can't remember what.
Is there a chance you hit him afterwards and...
I didn't see the thing. It was just like getting drowsy, like just getting drowsy. Like the last thing he said.
So the last thing he said?
He said, "Honey, can you lay me down?"
What's that?
He said, "Can I lay him down?"
Can you lay him down?
Yes, because he was sitting up in the chair. He said, "Honey, can you lay me down?" And I said, "Yeah, honey." And I went to smoke, and I turned back around, and it was like, stay. Anyone not answer me.
Damn!
A 7-year-old Texas boy went missing and was later found dead in a washing machine. His foster parents were charged with murder and sent text messages to each other claiming to take the child's life. Trigger warning. On July 28th, Harris County Public Security Office came home to investigate after Jermaine reported that his son was missing. Jermaine claimed that they had not seen Kohler since the night before last. The police searched Kohler for more than an hour using drones and police dogs, but did not find Kohler. After the second search, a police officer opened the lid of the top open washing machine in the sundries room and found Kohler's body. The deputy immediately shouted for help and checked if Kohler was still breathing. The police detained the couple while performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation on Kohler. The police noticed that Kohler's clothes were soaked in urine, his pants were pulled up to his knees, and there were obvious bruises on his thighs. Kohler's death was determined to be a homicide case. The authorities found that the text messages between the parents showed hostility towards Kohler. Jermaine sent Tiffany a text message saying, "I'm going to kill him. You'll see him hanging from a tree outside when you get home." Tiffany said in another article, "I hate this boy so much. I'm really tired of him and don't want him in this house anymore. I don't understand why they still adopt this child if they want to abuse him. 42-year-old Jermaine Thomas has been charged with murder with a bail of $2 million, while 35-year-old Tiffany Thomas has been charged with child neglect. Her bail is $150,000. There are still many suffocating details about this case, which are heartbreaking. Poor Kohler. May the deceased rest in peace.
And right now we continue to follow breaking news out of Galena Park. Authorities saying a 9-year-old girl found alone and unresponsive in a car has died.
Yeah, the girl was discovered at about 2 this afternoon at a business on Mayo Shell Road in Galena Park. Maria Aguilera there live with late breaking details. Maria.
Yeah, well, we heard from Sheriff Ed Gonzalez here within the last hour on this heartbreaking case. Now, we did find out that a mother left her 9-year-old child inside a vehicle. It's actually behind this area right here at this USG Galena Park. And we were told that she was left there for about 8 hours. The sheriff tells us that she was left with the windows cracked and some water. Now, you can't really see the vehicle from this angle, but it is next to a blue truck that's parked right there next to the Harris County Sheriff's Office vehicles. Air 11 did get some video earlier of the vehicle. It is a white Camry and it has a white with a sun shield, The sheriff tells us that the girl's mother is a 36-year-old woman who works here, and she left the child inside the car since 6 this morning until about 2 p.m. when she checked on her, and by then she was unresponsive and rushed to LBJ Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. Now, Sheriff Gonzalez repeatedly expressed that there are no excuses to leave a child alone in a vehicle.
As a parent, and even if I wasn't, it's extremely sad and upsetting. It's not worth it to just put a child at risk like this.
Yeah, now at this time, we're told the mother is detained and being questioned. It is unclear whether charges will be filed. Now, with today's heat in the 90s, it is a tragic reminder that the inside of a vehicle can become deadly within minutes.
Another family member are arrested for allegedly keeping 5 young children in what police call makeshift cages for up to 20 hours a day. Brock Owens has more details about the conditions the children were allegedly being held in and what Blair County Children, Youth and Families is saying about the situation. Brock.
Sean, this home in East Freedom is described by authorities to have horrific conditions, with allegedly having children and animals neglected, and police say it was discovered because a 7-year-old child crawled out the window in the home. Freedom Township police say the disturbing call came in last Friday night when someone walking their dog saw a child walking alone with ripped pants, no shoes, and seemingly covered in urine. It was later identified that Zoe and Dominic Zingali are the child's parents, and police say with CYF went to their home and say there were 5 total children, some kept under a crib turned upside down with items on top, confined from 12 to 20 hours per day. Authorities say the children had molded sippy cups and soiled blankets and clothes. They say zip ties were also used on the cribs and on doors to prevent escape. I asked Blair County CYF Interim Director Shannon Tucker how a situation like this can happen, and she says they only can know about the situation if there's a call reporting it, and sometimes people around the situation aren't aware of what may be going on. I also asked about the alleged deplorable conditions, which Shannon says she can't legally provide details on because of the young children involved, but did say the tragic situation was very traumatic for everyone who responded before getting choked up. The Zangalis, along with Zoe's younger sister, Gillian Bem, are facing several child endangerment charges, and among the other charges, all 3 of them are being held in the Blair County Prison, and a preliminary hearing is currently scheduled for July 31st. Live in Blair County, Brock Owens, 6 News.
Today in a South Bay courtroom, a former teacher of the year accused in a sexual abuse case changes her plea.
Jacqueline Ma's decision will lead to a lesser sentence. Our Juliet Varra is live from Chula Vista with the details. Juliet.
No one was expecting this morning, but it happened. The former teacher admitting and confessing that she had a relationship with 2 of her students, an 11-year-old boy and a 12-year-old.
Guilty or not guilty? Guilty.
Through tears, Jacqueline Ma making a stunning admission.
Guilty.
The dramatic turn of events happened Wednesday morning inside a Chula Vista courtroom.
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
The former National City Teacher of the Year admitting to lewd and sexual acts with 2 minors under the age of 14. Acts she admits were done using duress for her own pleasure.
Is that true?
Yes.
She leveraged the position of trust, not just as a teacher, but as a very well-regarded teacher. And she ended up leveraging that in a way to get trust from parents and be in a position with these children.
Before now, the former Lincoln Acres elementary teacher would have been sentenced to 180 years to life in prison. Now she faces 30 years to life with a possibility of parole.
With this resolution, we're sparing the victims from having to come in and testify in front of a jury.
Ma also pleading guilty to having inappropriate sexual photos of one of the boys on her cell phone.
This was very significant to us, not just because she won an award, but because of who she was in the community.
Deputy DA Drew Hart says this case should send a strong message to the public.
When you leverage good faith with parents and the community, and you do this to their children, there will be significant penalties to pay.
Police are investigating alleged sexual assaults of 8 victims, aged between 5 months and 2 years. The incidents at a Point Cook centre between April 2022 and January 2023.
Victoria Police Sexual Crime Squad commenced an investigation in May this year after detectives discovered child abuse material. We immediately acted and executed a search warrant at the Point Cook home of a 26-year-old Joshua Brown.
Families of the alleged victims were told last week.
I was so mad, I was so angry because as a parent, like coming to drop your child and then you suddenly heard the news that there's something happened like this.
We're scared. We're scared because, well, we can imagine lots of bad things about it.
Joshua Dale Brown is facing more than 70 sexual assault charges. Detectives are also examining an allegation of offending at a second childcare centre in Essendon.
I'm sickened by these allegations of abuse. They are shocking and distressing, and my heart just breaks for the families who are living every parent's worst nightmare.
The Department of Health has recommended around 1,200 children be tested for infectious diseases as a precaution.
Families and the wider community can be reassured that the infections that the children were potentially exposed to can be treated with antibiotics. We've worked with Victoria Police to identify and contact around 2,600 families.
Parents can also call a helpline for advice and specialist mental health support. Although the charges are linked to one centre, Brown worked at 20 childcare centres across Melbourne between January 2017 and May 2025. The 26-year-old alleged offender was not known to police and had a valid Working with Children check. The Premier says the permit system will be reviewed, and the Early Childhood Regulator is set to launch an investigation into the providers that the offender had worked for.
A lot of shit pissed me off. Like, we got these weirdos on here just shooting up the place. Like, what's wrong with people? I think I know what's wrong with people. All this self-love, right? People not feeling loved out here, so they're doing crazy shit to these kids. Watch your kids. Who raised you, in the words of T.K. Kirkland, right? This is why I make these damn videos, because I gotta expose this weird ass shit that's going on in the world, and people not talking about it. People just let their day-to-day lives go by, and nobody want to address the situation. Might see it on the news media, but they over here listening to Trump, so everything fake news, right? So they could easily be persuaded and misguided to thinking that this shit's not happening every day. So please be aware of who your kids around. Please make sure that your kids are safe. That make sure they're traveling safe. Make sure they're not being, exposed to different things that you don't want them to be exposed to. Because this world is crazy. Who raised these people right here? This don't make no damn sense. These people should be locked up for life. If they're guilty of the charges that they are being accused of, they need to be locked up and held accountable for this crazy ass stuff that I'm talking about right here. This don't make no sense. Please protect the kids, because these people are predators, all right? They're not trying to sit here and really watch your kids, right? They're not really trying to be around your kids. See, I'm a uncle, right? I got nieces and nephews that's around me all the time. I take care of them, right? Make sure that they're taken care of because I love my kids. I treat them like my kids, right? But there's some people in this world that are so weird, so grimy, and it might be too late before you see it. So I really want you guys to stay vigilant for your minors, right? For the adolescents, for these kids that can't protect themselves, right? I don't want to say the kids are stupid because some kids are really fucking smart, right? So don't doubt the kids. Give them opportunity to show how smart they are. Um, Make sure they know certain things. Like give them these rules. Give them these rules of life so they're not um um being fooled by the wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Little Red Riding Hood story. Make sure they're not being fooled by these fucking wolves in sheep's clothing because they could easily get the kids in the wrong position, and we don't want to see that. I don't want to see no more news articles like this every fucking day. I don't want to see it, man. This is this is the crazy shit I gotta report on because people are acting a little negligent when they come to their kids. Why are you guys letting people like this watch your kids? Why are you letting people like this have your kids around? I mean, and like I said, you don't know until it's too late. And I'm not trying to fault anybody, but I have to remind you that it is predators out here in these streets. So be careful. It is what it is, man. Silence acceptance when you're having it. Like, comment, subscribe.